Hi YouTube, welcome back to Vchannel. Just some minutes ago, we have a very interesting information in the drone world that is a pretty familiar product of us, Fimi X8 SE. Today is will upgrade to a new version, that's it, Fimi X8 SE 2022, a new wine in their own bottle. We have an outlook almost same the old version, but have some upgrade in the hardware. We have an option that is a new remote controller with display screen optional, and you guys can choose your own remote controller like 2020's version or a new remote controller. Xiaomi learned from DJI that it released a premium remote controller like DJI Smart Controller. This is not a symbolic information, but it's official because Xiaomi will contact us to give the information and offer wholesale price for us. As you know, the 2020 version have the many interesting information that is in this market segment DJI not have. It's the between DJI Mini 2 and Air 2. The customer who have low budget get Air 2, they will have all smart function, obstacle avoidance sensor, very good anti-track function, but you have lower budget but need a drone have a high weight, very good wind resistant ability, and even have tracking function. On that case, Fimi X8 SE is the right answer, which DJI have not. And the function like I have told, good price, just not have obstacle avoidance sensor. So with that budget, that function, actually we almost have the option that's a Fimi X8 SE. And now Xiaomi have the upgrade version. The first new upgrading, that's a camera. We have a 48 megapixel CMOS sensor from Sony with large sensor with the size up to 1/2 inch. This size is Sam Mavic Air 2. That's a 1/2 inch, 48 megapixel. So in the price around Mini 2, but we have sensor size of Air 2. That's it first interesting. However, the image quality, the video quality, finally we must see in the flight test. But the image sensor from Sony high ability is have very good quality. Next, we have the aperture can open up to 1.6, very large. It will help us have a better background blur effect. Secondly, with this large aperture and large sensor, high ability help work in low light condition is very good. Less noise, so smooth. And we try compared to Air 2. Aperture of Air 2 just can open 2.8. Next we have Rockling 10km. The newer transmission system of Xiaomi believe that can reach to 10km. But any product, even DJI, that is just parameter in the laboratory environment have no interfere element. In the real using, it will much more lower because there are many interference elements such as Wi-Fi, mobile phone signal, electronic device. But what we have here, 10km, maybe it will further than the previous version because it have much more power maybe. And we have the remote ID, that means it will give UAS data like serial number, section ID, link to operator data like owner name, address. It will meet FAA and EASA flight requirement to legal flight registration. Come back to image sensor. Because based on what Bayer pixel technology, it can help reduce noise, better quality in low light condition, and building native exposure control will help increase the dynamic range up to 4 times. It will have much more detail in highlight and shadow. It is just advertising information. We will wait the test result. And we have HDR video, HDR photo, high dynamic range. It will help us have much more detail in shadow and highlight as well. Like the image right here. This HDR mode at the time have many drone have, and even on smartphone, it's no special because it's just an algorithm. Next is super night screen shooting. With it mode, it will allow to capture many photos and merge to give the better image, less noise. Next is remote controller. As in no show information, we have standard remote controller like 2020 version, nothing special. This design is good as well. It will help us can use many smartphone size and even tablet like iPad mini. And next is optional. We can choose buying the new remote controller with display screen. To be honest, this remote controller is not very good at design. It's really thick as well. But with the thick remote controller like this, it can contain a bigger battery, longer capacity, and the screen of the remote controller like this usually have very good brightness, so it will still clearly when working outdoor, better than using smartphone. We have the basic function like changing flight mode, brake, return home, 2 function button, and 2 button on the corner. We have 2 large hit abstraction, switch, and gimbal dial. As we have tuneable, it's like DJI was with their smart controller. Okay, next, Xiaomi talk about rain and snow proof. Maybe they use more rubber, better water resistant. We have wind resistant up to level 8. It's around 62 to 74 km per hour or 39 to 46 miles per hour. Very high. In general, big side drone generation like this, we have strong point that is wind resistant apparently, surely better than mini drone. And similar to the previous generation, we have 3-axis mechanical gimbal like the previous generation, but we have a little different, that's it, we have red ring right here. Okay, next we have smart shooting mode. We have smart track mode, a mode that many people expect in this price. And this ones still may have not shown that information about the grading algorithm for smart tracking, so high ability is will use the own ones. And I will make many testing on Fimi X8 SE 2020. In general, it's good, very high refresh frequency. It can pass small obstacle, recatch the object, but when caught with large obstacle, it stops and cannot recatch. It have not interpolate algorithm. It just stay at pretty good level, not very good, cannot interpolate like active track of DJI. But in this budget, we have tracking function. It is very fun. If you need a really good function, you must upgrade to Air 2. Next, we have the flight planning. It will fly via the route we set in advance. It will like waypoint of DJI. This mode is fine. We can chart the flight way in advance and let the drone fly automatically, smoothly, so convenient. We have the circular flight, flies around object automatically, like circle of DJI. Time-lapse, panorama. Right here we have SAR mode, search and rescue. This mode we have on the last day product of Xiaomi, that is Fimi X8 Mini. In this mode will be enable 3x digital zoom. And you know, it will not image quality apparently. It will share the real-time GPS data to the team. Together we have to find the victim. Right here we can reach the flight time up to 35 minutes. Pretty outstanding than competitor, but in let's say in real flight, we have the precision landing. I think this is just the function for showing because in the real using it's not useful. The drone will rotate the camera to find the helipad. It will move automatically and land, but it's not stable. We land by ourselves, it will faster many times than it's fine and land automatically. And the application is just a little bit changed on the interface. Not too many difference. Next is the set flight, like the previous generation. Next we have the specification, the size, the weight like the old version. Speed like this, max flight time can up to 35 minutes in no wind condition. And flight in the speed 8 meters per second. Wind resistance is level 8. We have the satellite system includes GPS of USA, GLONASS of Russia, Beidou of China, not have Galileo of Europe. The operating frequency is 2 GHz instead 5.8 GHz like 2020 version. This is the comparison. Lens almost same, 79 degrees. Aperture clearly different. Focal length 4.71 then 3.54 mm. Equivalent focal length. On smart not different. Camera sensor so different. ISO can expand up to 6,400. Shutter speed is same. The third rock link than second generation. It can have to maximum the range up to 10 km instead 8 km and lower latency 130 millisecond than 220 millisecond. Same weight, have a higher height limit 800 meter instead 500 meter. Better rain proof, better wind resistance level 8 instead level 6. Same satellite system, different frequency like a tuneable. And lastly, building remote ID. And we had a package exact same the previous generation with big charger, cable, standard remote controller. Okay, let's see in the real flight test. We will meet again in the real using flight test. Thanks for watching. If you see the clip helpful, don't hesitate to click like, share and can subscribe my channel to see the clip. Bye bye, see you next time.